forward, Lawrence, and welcome to today's edition of Chamber Chat. Our guest today is Amy Mckinney, who is the Lawrence County Planning Director. Amy, welcome to Chamber Chat.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So Amy, can you elaborate a little bit about what a planning director for a county does?
Sure. I am responsible for overseeing the day-to-day activities of our planning staff, which right now we have 3 members besides myself.
Okay.
I was appointed director by the county commissioners. I oversee the Lawrence County Planning Commission, which is a 9-member board that the commissioners appoint. They're all members. They all reside in the county. We meet monthly with them. We're responsible for working with all 27 municipalities, guiding them for the most part.
Okay.
There are some where we have approval authority over for certain issues in terms of land use.
Okay.
But for the most part, our main function, we follow the municipalities planning code, which was an act that was passed back in 1968. And it kind of defines what our responsibilities are to the members of our community. We help set policy. We oversee the comprehensive plan, which is a requirement from the MPC that a county adopts and updates every 10 years.
Right, so can you tell me about some of the key initiatives you've worked on maybe recently?
Yeah, so I've been the planning director. I started with the county in 2003. I was appointed director in 2007. And since 2007, we have been responsible and successful in doing a county comprehensive plan, updating that county comprehensive plan, countywide greenways plan, and we updated those plans as well.
Okay.
The reason they were updated though was because we were successful in implementing all of the goals and objectives that were defined at the end of those plans.
So you executed on the plan and then you had to come up with the update?
Yep, we did an update.
Great.
We also did a Act 167 stormwater management plan, which DEP required the counties to do. And then every single municipality, we were successful in having them adopt a stormwater ordinance. So every single municipality in Lawrence County has a stormwater ordinance that DEP required them to do.
So I'm sure working with 27 municipalities has its own challenges.
Yeah, I mean it does, mainly because there are 27 of them, and they're all different. You know, we have boroughs, we have townships, we have a city. They're all made up of different members of, council or supervisors. They're rural, they're a little bit more like a city, a city borough.
Very diverse.
Very, very, very diverse. But we work very well together with all of them. We're always there to help them and assist them in any way that we can.
So collaboration has to be key to getting anything done.
Always.
So I see you're also serving as director of the Redevelopment Authority. What does that mean and what are some of those responsibilities?
Well, the Redevelopment Authority, the commissioners created the authority, I think, and don't hold me to this, if I recall, it was around 2003.
Okay.
And the planning department was designated as the staff.
Got it.
And Jim Gagliano at the time was the executive director, and when he retired, he passed that along to me.
Okay.
So our staff, the planning department staff, is also the staff of the Redevelopment Authority, but I have the title of executive director. So we meet with our members monthly. We have a 5-member board, and they all live and reside in the county. A majority of them have been members since the very beginning. Our main function with the Redevelopment Authority that we've been doing is a countywide blight removal program.
Okay.
We've been successful in getting funds from PHFA, and we do a demo program. We've worked with not all 27 municipalities. I would probably say about 7 of our municipalities have taken advantage of the program, but we demo blighted structures.
Great, and it's a sorely needed process.
Yeah,
in the county.
yeah, and we've been working with the city a lot, but also, like I said, Elwood City, Wayne Township, New Beaver Borough, Perry Township. So
Okay. So I mean, what are some of the under the radar programs that maybe our county residents might not be aware of?
I would say one of the main ones we've been really trying to get word out there is our side lot program, which is from the Redevelopment Authority runs the program. But basically, any resident that lives in the county that has that lives and owns in their property, and they have a structure, a vacant lot beside them, and it's in the repository, they can qualify as a side lot program where they can purchase that property for $150. So it's a win-win situation for both the county and that property owner, because they can, get an additional piece of property for $150. They can have a larger property if they wanted to put a pool, a garage, a fence up. But then it also gets, out of the repository and back on
Gets
the
under
tax
the
roll.
tax roll.
Yep.
So that is a great program.
Yep.
I'm glad you shared that
Yep.
with us.
And then we also have Alan Miller in my office runs our GIS. So there's a lot of capabilities there with the the GIS program, especially for our municipalities to know
Can you
about.
explain what GIS is, maybe to our audience who may not be familiar
it's
with
just
that term?
it's just basically an integrated software for mapping purposes.
Okay.
There's a lot of things you can do with it that we at the county haven't even been able to touch just because of staffing. We're all
Sure.
short-staffed. I think that's the general thing going around here.
Workforce is a major
Workforce
issue no
is
matter where you are.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so but we work with our municipalities, especially for mapping for their zoning ordinances.
Okay.
We have residents come in if they want to. They're looking to buy a piece of property. Alan can pull that up on the map for them and print it for them, and they have it for when they're doing their deeds, or if they're trying to see what they can put a pool in or a fence in. We can pull that information up on the GIS.
You
for
get
them.
information at your fingertips then as well.
Yep.
I know that Amy, later this month you're going to be receiving the Robert Del Signor Leadership Award. And I know that Bob was a great influence on you when he was in the county. Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with him and how he influenced you?
Oh, Bob was fantastic. I've been very, very fortunate, and I still am very fortunate. I have 3 great commissioners now, and since I started there, I've always worked really, really well with all 3 of them. And Bob was just, he cared. He was very passionate about what he wanted to do, and he always tried to fulfill, make sure he held to his promises.
Sure.
We had a very good relationship. I could go to him and talk to him about anything, really, work related, but if I just wanted to shoot the bull with him, and on a personal level, he really cared. He cared about our community, cared about what the work we were doing at the county level, and I feel like he cared about me as a person too. I wasn't just an employee. I was actually a person to him, and my feelings mattered to him as well.
So it sounded like he was a great mentor to you.
Yes, he was, and he was always fun. He always busted our chops. One of my previous employees, Danielle, who left, he always called us frickin' frack. That's what he called us, So he was always one to joke around with you, and he also took us seriously, took the work that we did seriously, and he knew that what we were doing was making a difference. So.
He was definitely an asset to our community, so congratulations on the award as well.
Thank you, yeah, I'm very, very appreciative of it. I wouldn't have been able to do it, obviously, without my staff. Our staff is fantastic, and we all work really well together, so.
That's great. So can you talk in closing here, one of the accomplishments that you're most proud of in your role?
I don't know if I could. I think what I'm most proud about is how well our department works together. We work really, really well together, and we're able to do a lot of wonderful projects. Stabbage Bike Trail, that was a work in progress, and now it's up and running, and it's a great, spot for people to visit. Quaker Falls, that was just finished. The ability to do the plans that we've been doing and working with all of our municipalities, but that would have never been able to be done if our staff didn't work so well together. And we also work really well. We have a great working relationship with all of our municipalities, so I just think that collaboration and cooperation to do the best for our community is what always need to be remembered as the number one thing we're looking to do.
Absolutely. Well said, Amy. So thank you so much for agreeing to Chamber Chat today, and we'll see you again very soon. Chamber Chat audience, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.